Then if I start with you, how important this engagement, Pulse with the community is this program?
I think so. This engagement was very important. It was about us listening and hearing from the community what their needs were for us to be able to do the culturally responsive services to support the community.
Like, what is the result? Because it started, the SAY started 2023, and we are into 1 year completion. What are the result in 1 year, the positive results, and what are the challenges further which need to be addressed more?
So during that year that you referenced, it's really a time for us to engage and talk to our community, because we really wanted this to be one that wasn't driven by people pleased. We wanted to be something that was fully collaborative with our community and with our partners. So over that time, there was more than 120 community engagements were conducted. It's really shaped the framework, and the key outcome is a framework for how we're going to provide culturally responsive service to the community. And one of those big outcomes that was announced today is a cross-functional team, which will be a dedicated team to strengthen how we engage and serve our South Asian community.
So Dylan, how many organizations were there who attended this SAYS?
We had numerous organizations there today for the summit, and some of them couldn't make it. Again, as my colleague John had mentioned, we did over 120 consultations. We also held open town hall sessions that were open to the entire public. We engaged with an independent third-party company that held focus group sessions and put a survey out to the community. Truly what we were trying to do is garner a broad understanding of the needs of our South Asian community. And in doing that, we know that the work's not done. We know that we've gotten what the needs are today, but the needs will change tomorrow. And there may be some members of the community that we haven't heard from. So we have, like John has mentioned, we've dedicated a team now to be a resource to our organization, but also to be conduit with the community to ensure as the needs change or if additional needs come in, that gets passed on through the team, and then we'll address our service to delivery to better support our community.
So hate crime is also one of the main challenge or main issue, hate crime between the communities on some political issues across the globe. So then we see the effects here. So is that being addressed in these kind of summits?
So one of the presentations today was actually from our Diversity, Equity and Inclusion Unit, Inspector Faraz Ismail, who's our expert on hate crimes. And one of the pieces we've done around hate crime is really engage the community. Similar to what we talked about today, we've recently brought together a group of about 20 different community partners. This has developed a community-led approach to hate crime engagement and education. Because one of the things we find with hate crime here in Peel and right across the country is that it's very much underreported. So the message we're trying to get out there by bringing communities together to work with us on this is to report, because if it's not reported, we don't know about it. And we want to be there to support our communities and make sure that they know that hate won't be tolerated in any of its forms. And if they are a victim of hate crime, we are here to support them.
Officer Dylan, many times it has been seen that victims, they don't come forward. And we have to evaluate what is the reason why don't they come forward. One of the reason when we talk to some of the victims is they are scared that those who are the repeated offenders, they are already out. So if we come forward as a victim, we may be harmed. We may be attacked again. So what police is doing to address that issues so that victims can come forward, report it. We have seen in cases of extortions also.
Thanks, sir. And we're doing a lot in that space. We're talking about bail reform, advocating for different things in that space. From the perspective of our victims, we want our community to know that we are here to support them. If anyone feels like they're being threatened, if anyone feels unsafe, we want them to connect with the police so that we can make sure that they have the support that they require. I want to add one piece to that is that we heard from the community during this engagement, and what we heard was, when we had these incidents and sometimes hate crime incidents that happened at places of worship, the impact that had at a place of worship versus, let's say an incident on the roadway, well, that impact on the roadway is just impacting one individual. The impact at the place of worship is impacting the entire congregation and in fact the entire community. So we've actually changed our prioritization. When you call 911, there'll be a higher prioritization for having our officers attend. We'll get our officers there quickly, provide the support that's required, deal with what they need to deal with, and provide the reassurance that's required.
So you and I add on to this because victims, they don't come forward because they are scared that the extortionists or other criminals, they are already out on bail. So they may harm them again if they come forward to the media or to the police. So what message you want to give to the victims?
As the superintendent said, we certainly take steps to advocate our position on bail reform. We want people to feel comfortable coming forward to police. And a big part of what we're doing here with the South Asian engagement strategy is trying to build that collaboration and trust so people do feel comfortable coming forward and know that they will be supported when they do that.
Thank you very much.
I could add one point to that.
Sure.
Okay. So in relation to the extortion that you mentioned and the victimization, we've dedicated resources. We have an extortion task force team that is dealing with them right now. And we are sure we want victims to know that they can come forward, that they'll be safe, and that we'll be able to deal with these investigations or prosecuting it, as well as supporting